Our next topic today is fundamentals of economic transport management and pricing. Economic factors. In the economy of transport, 7 factors play a significant role. These must be taken into account when setting tariffs, namely, first, distance range of transportation, second, volume, third, cargo inside, fourth, parking of goods, fifth, cargo handling, loading and unloading operation, sixth, responsibility of the carrier, and seventh, market conditions. A little more about distance. Distance is the main factor that determined the amount of transport cost because it's dependent on the amount of variable cost that is the sum of cost for labor, fuel, maintenance, and repair of rolling stock. Because the amount of cost is never equal to zero, the cost curve does not pass through the origin. Since at any distance of transportation there are contact costs for receiving goods and delivering them to recipients. Secondly, as the distance of transportation increases, the cost grows at a discretion rate. This effect, called the principle of diminishing returns, is a result of the fact that the larger the road, the smaller the share of persons in urban areas and the greater the share of the journey on trunk intercity roads. Volume. The second most important factor is the volume of cargo. The larger this cargo volume, the lower the cost per inch of batch. The result is with larger volumes, a fixed cost for reserving cargo and delivering them to recipients, well as administrative costs are distributed over additional cargo units. The dependency is limited only by the maximum load capacity of the vehicle trailer. In terms of management, this means that in order to achieve economies of scale, small achievements need to be consolidated into larger ones. Cargo density. The third most important fact is cargo density. The ratio of weight to cargo volume, the space occupied by it, the capacity of an individual vehicle is limited by the free space intended for loading, that is by the volume of the cargo rather than by its weight. Since variable cost, labor cost for contribution do not directly depend on wage, the greater the density of the cargo, the cheaper it is to transport a unit of its wage because fixed costs are distributed over additional units of wage. Arrangements. This is a characteristic of the shape and dimension of the cargo, which affect the use of the useful volume of the vehicle, railway car, trailer, or container. Load of an outward shape or size, as well as excusably long or wide do not allow optimal use of the volume of the vehicle. Batch processing. Loading and unloading of chips, wagons, and trailers may require special handling equipment. In addition, the cost of cargo processing and in terms out also transport cost. Depending on the method of basking goods, on pallets in boxes or boxes in bundles, with the transportation and strategy. Responsibility. And the question of responsibility for the safety of the cargo, six aspects can be distinguished that determine the risk of damage and therefore the probability and consequence of claims by the owner of the cargo, namely the danger of damage to the cargo, the danger of loss of the cargo, the danger of spoilage of perishable product, the danger of theft, the danger of involuntary fire or explosion, the specific value of the cargo, calculated per ton of weight. Carriers should insure cargo in case of claims by shippers or consignors. Otherwise, they themselves are responsible for any damage caused to the cargo. Market factors. The ideal situation is when it is possible to establish balanced, clearly loaded flight in both directions. But this early happiness due to the advance of demand in production centers and consumption centers. Due to this circumstance, tariffs for transportation of Ukrainian in the eastern direction are usually lower. The balance of flight also depended on the seasonal factor. During the transportation of drinks in the summer period, in the south direction, in the return direction, there is a surplus of vehicles which have to return empty or half loaded. Cost structure. Cost allocation is, of course, the responsibility of the carriers, but the shipper also need to have an idea of the cost structure as a part of transport cost. It is customary to distinguish several categories: variable cost, fixed expenses, accompanying expenses, general expenses. Variable cost, its variable cost include the cost whose size is predictable and directly related to the scale, volume of activity. Variable cost can be avoided only by not carrying out transport operation at all. Barring exceptional situations, transport rates should be such as to at least cover variable costs. The category of variable cost consists of the carrier's direct cost for the movement of each cargo. This usually included the cost of labor, fuel, and vehicle maintenance. no carriers can share a price below its variable cost for its services, otherwise it will go bankrupt. Fixed costs. Fixed costs are not directly related to the volume transportation and are subject to coverage even when the company does not carry out transportation operation on weekend during period of strikes. Fixed costs include capital investments in fixed assets, terminals, roads, information system, and the transport fleet. In the short term, fixed costs are covered by the gross profit component of each shipment, which complements the amount of variable cost. Accompanying expenses. Accompanying costs are costs that inevitably arise when making a decision to provide a specific service. For example, when the carrier decided to transport cargo from point A to point B, this implicitly implies the imposition of accompanying cost for the return flight from B to A. Such costs are subject to coverage by the original sender of the cargo from A to B, unless a cheaper will be found who needs to deliver something from point B to point A. General expenses. General expenses include expenses for administrative and management apparatus, maintenance of terminals. It's due to the significant share of associated and general cost. It is difficult for carriers to constantly maintain such level of tariffs that would ensure both profitability and competitiveness. The carriers has to agree with the senders of their cargo on the amount of tariff rates, but at the same time, the most periodically review them to make sure of their adequacy and profitability. Okay, time show me we need make stop now, okay, 5 minutes, and we come back and we'll finish lecture, okay? Now we have coffee
Okay.
break, 5 minutes, okay? Thank you for your attention, we come back.